A man with direct links to the highest levels of the Epstein class and elite paedophile ring has been found dead. The authorities are calling it non-suspicious. But this story is explosive. On his resume, Daniel Seard was a model scout. In reality, he made his fortune providing underage children to the Epstein class. Mentioned more than 1,000 times in the Epstein files, he was firmly inside the system, until he chose to expose it. Weeks ago, he came forward with bombshell allegations. He was tired of Israeli bullying. He was tired of protecting the state of Israel with his silence. Then, he went further. He confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, that his death was staged and that he was expatriated to Israel, that he was an Israeli intelligence asset, that he's still an Israeli intelligence asset, using vile compromat to blackmail US politicians into betraying their country and committing treason. On Tuesday, he was found dead, in extremely suspicious circumstances. If this was supposed to silence him and protect Epstein, it backfired. Because the elite are getting desperate, and they're making sloppy mistakes. And if the Charlie Kirk case taught us anything, it's that sloppy assassinations don't hide the truth, they expose it. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. If you want to understand why American politicians are selling out their own country, committing treason, and voting to integrate the US and Israeli militaries, despite serious anger among their constituents, look no further than the explosive story of Daniel Seard. The modelling scout whose name appeared over 2,000 times in the Epstein files was found dead in his home in Cologne, a suburb of Paris, in highly suspicious circumstances on Monday. Officials are declaring his death non-suspicious. They want you to believe that this was just a coincidence, that another man at the centre of the Epstein network dies mysteriously right as he was about to be questioned by investigators.
According to French media reporting, Syed under investigation, his case having been assigned to a special unit that deals with this type of trafficking. Turns out they had yet to interview him. I'm going to repeat this. French authorities had yet to interview Syed, despite the fact that months ago, earlier this year, in February of 2026, they interviewed a Swedish woman, Ebba Carlson, who recognized Syed based upon his picture being released in the Epstein files.
There are no coincidences when it comes to the international paedophile ring. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the pattern. Jean-Luc Brunel, another Epstein model scout, died the same way, found hanging in 2022 while under investigation for raping minors and human trafficking. Two men, same network, same city, both offered to flip on the Epstein class and cooperate with US prosecutors. Both suicided before they could testify. Sources close to Seard say he was tired of the constant threats coming from Israel. He saw the path he was on and knew it led only to one place. So, for weeks, he began dropping clues on an Instagram page linked to him. It was a small page, but it certainly attracted a lot of attention from Israel. Seard was explicit about one thing: Epstein is alive. He's living in Tel Aviv. After the staged prison death, Epstein was expatriated to Israel. And since then, the blackmail operation has ramped up into overdrive. Politicians who thought they were safe because he was in jail or dead were being contacted by him in Tel Aviv. He was telling them how to vote. He was ordering them to ramp up the pro-Israel agenda as if their lives depended on it. Now he's dead, and a vital link between Epstein and his network of elite pedophiles has been silenced, before he was even interviewed by the authorities. You shouldn't be surprised. The authorities are in on it. Handmaidens of the elite. Listen, just quickly. If you're paying for a major VPN, cancel right now. All of the world's major VPNs are controlled by one Tel Aviv company with direct links to Mossad. You're paying them to spy on you. VP.net/TPV is the opposite. Zero knowledge cryptography, open source, no backdoors. They literally can't see your activity, even if subpoenaed. Privacy guaranteed by math, not empty promises. Check them out at vp.net/TPV. Back to the elite paedophile ring cleanup operation. Remember Shoshana Strzok, the daughter of Netanyahu's cabinet minister? She revealed that as a child of a powerful Israeli political family, she was trafficked through a network of elite abusers protected by money, influence, and power. Days after revealing that Epstein is still alive and living in Israel, she was found dead. It was only when Daniel Seard threatened to expose his superiors that he became dangerous. He had text messages and email exchanges showing discussions between senators, congressmen, and the man the world believes is dead. He was going to expose it all. A full dump of the data via WikiLeaks or directly on social media. He was going to name the politicians who were compromised, who were selling out their country. And most explosively, he was going to expose their specific perversions. The exact crimes that gave Epstein and Israeli intelligence the leverage to take over the United States of America by blackmailing a few hundred compromised politicians. He was going to reveal exactly what Epstein and Israel's full agenda really is. Total control, based upon blackmail. A top-down system of vice graft and gut-churning paedophilia, from the Prime Minister down.
I mean, in our reporting, we found that an Israeli spy who was an aide to a top aide to Ehud Barak, his name was Yoni Koren, was staying for several periods of multiple weeks on end over the course of months at Jeffrey Epstein's second apartment in New York City. This is a top Israeli spy. We also found that the Israeli government installed security systems and maintained those security systems in that second apartment that Jeffrey Epstein owned in New York City.
Wait,
it was
say that again. The
Israeli government, through this connection between Jeffrey Epstein and Ehud Barak and Yoni Koren, installed and maintained a surveillance system, a security system in Jeffrey Epstein's second New York City apartment, which he often used to host his guests. These emails revealed the Israeli government had a primary role in not only installing it, but also maintaining it over the course of an elapsed period of time.
I mean, that's just a bombshell in and of itself. I mean, and if you think about any other country doing that, like let's say that France or Spain was involved in Jeffrey Epstein in this regard. And
it would be everywhere. Every senator would be talking about it.
Their governments did it. And then with Israel, it's just with impunity.
What do we know about what those cameras recorded? Coming up, the most sinister and abominable thing you will ever hear. We're definitely not angry enough. Think the healthiest thing in your pantry right now is some overpriced superfood? Wrong. It's actually olive oil. Yeah, that bottle you've got sitting in your cupboard isn't just for cooking, it's a weapon to help you look and feel younger inside and out. No big pharma potions, just nature's real deal. Dr. Stephen Gundry, a rogue surgeon who's done with the system, says high-quality olive oil is a game changer. The problem is the industry is a cesspool. Nearly all brands in stores are watered-down junk, pushed for profit, not your health. Dr. Gundry has had enough. He's exposing the real truth about olive oil with a free video for viewers of this channel. He'll show you how to spot the real stuff that works wonders for your body with just a few tablespoons. This isn't hype, it's the truth they don't want you to know about. Visit getolive1.com/TPV, the link's below. I've watched his free video and the information blew me away. If you're genuinely interested in changing your life with olive oil, go to getolive1.com/TPV now. You won't regret it. For years, Israel has been hiding in plain sight as a safe haven for predatory pedophiles. Time and again, it has refused to extradite men wanted for crimes against children. You don't have to take my word for it. These are headlines straight out of Israel's own media. Remember when Las Vegas police, working with the FBI and Nevada's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, arrested 8 men in a 2-week child predator sting? One of the men was Tom Artyom Alexandrovich, Israel's top cyber warfare official, reporting directly to Prime Minister Netanyahu.
There was an FBI sex sting in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And they got where they catch a predator, and they honeypotted a Israeli, I think, government official.
Yeah.
And he, instead of facing the American justice system,
they extradited him back
immediately back to Israel. Where
and the Americans who were involved in it did get prosecuted. So Israelis are above the law in this country and in their own country, right? Like Israelis who have killed people in the West Bank. You just, spoke about this, Israelis who have killed people in the West Bank, including Americans, are not prosecuted. I mean, they are completely above the law, international law, American law, and Israeli law.
But now, something is shifting. The elite paedophile cabal can be traced back 9,000 years. But now it's facing the greatest threat it's ever known: exposure. Israeli MP Avi Moez is leading the charge inside the Knesset. His warning is explosive. Netanyahu cannot be allowed to continue blackmailing the world and protecting the psychos and predators in the US Congress and the elite paedophile ring that runs the world. Paedophilia is a perversion, Mao said. Paedophilia is a disgusting phenomenon, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure the children of Israel are not abandoned because of one agenda or another. Mao says that under Netanyahu, steps are underway to legalise paedophilia and to grant legal immunity to tens of thousands of known abusers who continue to operate with impunity inside Israel. And if that doesn't send chills down your spine, this will. Mao says Netanyahu is determined to eliminate age of consent laws in the United States, just as Alan Dershowitz, the legal expert who served as Epstein's lawyer, has been demanding for decades. Mao warns the predators see themselves as chosen by God. In their minds, abusing children isn't a crime at all, but an ancient ritual ordained by divine authority. They believe man can experience God inside a small child. Which brings us to Epstein. What we're witnessing in Israel isn't a handful of bad actors. It's not rogue operators. It's a system, a coordinated global apparatus, a machine that runs through globalist power structures. The World Economic Forum, royal families, intelligence agencies, central banking, private islands, designed to normalize the unthinkable. Rape, ritual abuse, murder, and the ultimate control mechanism, blackmail. Rabbi Yehoshua B. Gordon makes it even clearer. In his view, if a Jewish man rapes a young girl, it's the girl's fault for tempting him. According to the rabbi, the minor girl should be the one to face trial in court, not the man.
If a grown-up man has intercourse with a less than 3 years old, are you seeing this? And they're not condemning this. Or if a young boy less than 9 years old has had with a grown woman, or if a woman has been injured by a stick and as a result her, has been ruptured, in each of these cases the woman is entitled to a ketubah of 200 denarim when she marries. Okay, and you can keep on reading there. You can pause it and read it if you really want to. Now I take great issue with that. My son, which I mentioned earlier, is 10 years old. And according to this Satanism right here, a woman, a Jewish woman, could have a relationship with my 10-year-old. And if I was a Jew, hey, that 3-year-old girl over there, she's really hot. Excuse me? And this is what these Jews at the Torah Institutes are learning. I'm going to go learn the Talmud. I wonder what kind of horrible things go on in these families, between these families, when their holy book right here that they deny the word of God to uplift this. And this holy book says, 3-year-old girl. If you're a man, you're a woman, 10-year-old, or a 9-year-old, 9-year-old boy. Oh, well, that's just conspiracy stuff. That's been debunked. We've fact-checked it, and it's not true. I just showed it to you. Overhead camera just showed you the page and the quotes right here.
What kind of families, he asks? They're hiding in plain sight. Just ask Oprah. She knows.
So in worshiping the devil, participated in human sacrifice rituals and cannibalism. You come from generations of ritualistic abuse?
Yes, my family has an extensive family tree. It's gone back to like 1700.
Does everyone else think it's a nice Jewish family? From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish girl.
Definitely.
And you all are worshiping the devil inside the home?
Right. There's other Jewish families across the country. It's not just my own family. There would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to,
Whose babies?
There were people who bred babies in their family. No one would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so you couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not. When I was very young, I was forced to participate in that, in which I had to sacrifice an infant.
And the purpose of sacrifice is to what? Is to bring you what? What are you sacrificing for?
For power.
Power. And so, were you ever used? Were you ever used yourself?
I was molested. I was raped several times.
And what's your mother doing?
She's lives in the Chicago metropolitan area. She's on the Human Relations Commission of the town that she lives in, and she's an upstanding citizen.
Let's put this into perspective. Jeffrey Epstein's youngest victim still had its umbilical cord attached. Regardless of your political opinions, we now have enough evidence to prove without a doubt the left and right are ruled by the same psychopathic predators.
If you wish, you can say that Rabbi Elazar's ruling applies even where the woman was married to an ordinary Jew who is not a priest. And the situation could occur, for example, where her father accepted the bridegroom's offer of betrothal on her behalf when she was less than 3 years and 1 day old. By Torah law, a girl may not herself accept an offer of marriage while she is still a minor. That is, until she is 12 years and 1 day old. And if her father is alive, she cannot marry without his consent until after she is 12 and a half years and 1 day old. The girl's father, however, is entitled to arrange the betrothal of his daughter from the day she is born until she reaches the age of 12 and a half years and 1 day. Okay, let me just stop there. Okay, what kind of a sick bunch of people? And again, a lot of Jews, they reject this. So I'm not attacking the Jewish people, but these Talmudic type, what kind of sick individuals are they? I mean, I see a little girl that's less than 3 years old at a store. I don't go over and say, hey, how you doing? What? How do you even get that in your head? You know, I look at oh, hi, goo, you get her to smile or something. Oh, she's such a pretty little girl. And she's such a cute, oh, she's so adorable and things. I like the little outfit she has on it. There's no interest or something. I mean, what kind of weirdos are we dealing with here? You know, and betrothed from a day old? What, is some kind of business contact thing there or something? You know, hey, I want you to marry my daughter. When was she born? Just, you know, yesterday. You know, what do you think? You get this thing worked out or something? A day old? Little screwed up there, isn't it?
We're up against the paedophile cult that's been operating for nearly 9,000 years. One that's hijacked the mainstream media, corrupted Hollywood, and is flooding the world with its poison. Another generation is being stolen in plain sight. New victims are being created every single day, maybe even in your own city. Enough is enough. This trafficking empire, this adrenochrome machine, must be ripped out, root and branch. No more hiding, no more excuses, no more looking the other way. The time to act isn't tomorrow, it's right now. Here at the People's Voice, we're determined to continue exposing the elites, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel on X and Rumble, and join the People's Voice Locals community to be part of our amazing team and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. I hope to see you there.